900, 900 suicide. Did I hear that right? Ramanujam Sita? I have been telling all along, drawing a few examples from Bruce Lee, that there is no 900. There is only 1 divided by 0, and 1 divided by 0 is undefined. That is what Bruce Lee means by it when he says, I don't hit, it hits all by itself. So Ramanujam Sita, how do you reconcile 1 divided by 0 and Nirguna Brahman? How do you reconcile 1 divided by infinity and Sarguna Brahman? And how do you reconcile 1 divided by 0 and 1 divided by infinity? Ramanujam Sita, you say North and South or North India and South India. That imply levels of abstraction. At what level of abstraction do you put the fecal contamination of drinking water, and at what level of abstraction do you put North India and South India, or North, South, East, and West? At what level of abstraction do you put nationalism, and at what level of abstraction do you put internationalism? No matter at what level of abstraction you put an abstraction, abstraction is the root of division, and where there is division, there has to be conflict. Division and therefore conflict are inherent to abstraction, whether you put it at the level of fecal contamination of drinking water, India and Pakistan, or Hindu and Muslim. Abstraction, division, and conflict, which are concomitant, are suicidal or self immolatory. India doesn't tell, but it has a bomb whose fission reaction can produce enough heat or thermal energy that can kickstart a fusion reaction. If Ramanujam Sita and her meritorious and brilliant lot par excellence put the abstraction at the level of Pakistan and India, or Hindu and Muslim, and very wisely drop a nuclear bomb, what would happen? What are the consequences or the fallout of such a strange and unique wisdom? The radiation is not going to confine itself to Pakistan alone, because the 21st century nuclear weapons are so powerful that the radiation will spread and contaminate the 5 rivers of Punjab and its source, spread to the Himalayas and the Himalayan glaciers. Radiation contamination of the Himalayan glaciers tolls the death knell for the civilizations of India, Pakistan, and China. It can wipe out civilizations, cause deleterious mutations that maim generations. So, fecal contamination or radiation contamination are levels of abstraction that are either suicidal or self immolatory. The only difference is one suicide or self immolation compared to the suicide or self immolation of a civilization. Is that intelligence? Is that education? Is intelligence divorced from education? What is education? The root meaning of the word education is to draw out or pull out. Your NEP or new education policy, like any other that existed in India from time immemorial, including Vedic times, pulled out what it put in. NEP or new education policy is so lazy, nonchalant, and conformist that it adamantly refuses to draw out the latent human potentiality and create a generation of human beings who are capable of independent enquiry. When there is fear, say examination fear, then learning stops. A sport is a flower that one day blooms in your garden without invitation, that stands out because it is something new in the garden. The whole movement of life is learning, Jiddu Krishnamurti. Be it the virus, bacterium, or the higher order mammals, or all organisms are learning. Learning in a member of of a species affects the whole species. Rupert Sheldrake, biologist and scientist. Learning in a member of the species affects the whole species. Rupert Sheldrake, biologist and scientist. When when learning stops, is there a possibility of a sport? If there is no possibility for a sport, then is there a possibility for a mutation? If there is no possibility for a mutation, then is there a possibility for evolution? The new education policy, or NEP, being the brainchild of geniuses who worship their own feet, very wisely denies mutation and evolution an opportunity. The big and extraordinary brains have no reservations on this. Ramanujam Sita, Ramanujam that she is, waxed eloquent on the quality of education. Has the quality of education nothing to do with the quality of energy that is not caught in a pattern? Can energy caught in a pattern, or a mind that is constantly functioning in a pattern and repeating a pattern, capable of mutation, at least a mutation in the worldview? Obviously not. That is the measurement problem of AI, or artificial intelligence, and pertains to energy or memory wells or vortices of overfitting that deny generalization and opportunity, much like the NEP or new education policy. You don't understand even a wee bit, right? Jadam, Jadam. ஐயோ பாவம் இது கூட தெரியல பாரேன். Appalling ignorance, gut-wrenching nonchalance, and spine-chilling apathy are the source of such extraordinary and unique wisdom of Ramanujam Sita and her genius lot, who ensure that talent, learning, and creativity commit suicide or self-immolation sooner than later. But please take heart that at least the NEP, or new education policy, guarantees that much. Jadam, Jadam, என்ன சொன்னாலும் புரியல. The arrogance and adamance of ignorance, Adi Shankara, Ramanujacharya's, and Ramana Maharishi's gift